Welcome back to the Stank, number 41. Okay, we're back. The boys are cute. Is it 41? Randy Johnson on the
It's
Yankees.
got to be 41. What? No, Johnson was 41. I thought 51, but that was my guy
Bernie,
Byrne. Yeah,
or maybe Barron. I've been watching a
I look
lot of
like
old baseball highlights.
I mean that's all we can watch right now because the world is in disarray and everything's falling apart. And as a society, we are not prepared for the fact that something like this can happen.
Yeah,
Right?
pretty goddamn true.
I am a baby this week. Oh yeah. Becca made a smoothie and I'm trying some.
Suck it.
Is there banana in this bitch? Oh no. Oh, there is banana in this bitch.
Ugh.
Delicious. That's really good. What? You don't like my little sound there?
Stanky rain, stanky rain.
Stanky rain. I fell. I'm good though. We have a bit of a change of scenery this week because some scheduling issues on our end, but we'll be back to normal.
I like to say, excuse.
Excuse?
Excuse.
How do I look though?
You look great, Frankie. You got good lighting. You're popping.
I'm popping, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how to smize? Do you know what smizing is?
What, smile and sneeze?
No, it's like the thing that like models do. They smize, they smile with their eyes. So it's like, I'm not good at it. I don't think how did I look? Do I?
Yeah.
Becky says I smize. I could be a model. What? I should be a model.
It could be.
Danny, how you doing this week, baby boy?
I'm good. I had a little sore throat. Boy, got scared for a little bit, but I'm good now.
Oh, well, if you got tested and you were good, then you're double good.
Oh, they shoved that thing in my schnozzle.
Yeah, that did not look fun.
No, it did not look fun. It didn't feel fun. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun at all.
Thank you, man. I have been treating this like this is the end of the world. So,
It is the end of the world.
your boy ain't getting it. Ooh, you did the green tea?
Okay,
That smells good.
Get some caffeine in your life?
Dude, crushing green tea. I've been crushing tea, like absolutely murdering the game with tea. What is that? Is that a Tootsie Pop?
No, it's a strawberry.
That's a strawberry?
Mm-hmm.
That looks like the top of a red Tootsie Pop. Ooh, finger that. Yeah.
Yeah, mine.
My windows are open. I probably should. Ooh, was that a fresh strawberry?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, who are you? What happened to the days of like, Snapples
Cheeseburgers.
and cheeseburgers?
Days are over, dude. It's just pellegrino
Damn.
fruits and salads and meats.
Really?
I don't think I could ever stop eating meat.
Yeah, meat's a tough boy.
I can't stop eating meat.
Yeah, I mean red meat I eat a lot less because it is a
It's
it is a monster on the plumbing.
It's a killer.
But meat, like people that are just like vegetarians or vegans, psychopaths.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. Where do you get your protein from?
Admirable. Apparently, I think it's cum.
Yeah.
A lot of potassium and protein, right?
And zinc.
Is there zinc in it?
I think it's
There's
good for
metal?
your face. I think it's good for your face.
Rub some on this week and let me know what you think.
Clear it right up.
Danny, we got a couple things to get to. As promised, we will be talking about Ozark Season 3 toward the end of the show, but we got some other stuff to talk about before then. However, the most important weekly segment that we have been covering every single week, and we need to cover this week, is how is your island on Animal Crossing doing?
It's doing good. I'm still trying to get a custom QR code. Somebody is creating one for me of me.
You need to just download the app on your phone and you can get that bitch.
I gotta get it. My island's doing well. My house looks nice.
Yeah?
I'm in debt like a motherfucker.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
I'm at 398, I think.
390,000
Yeah.
in debt?
Yeah, I added another room.
God. Yo, what do you do with the garbage?
Fuck garbage.
Like if a boot washes up or like a
Oh,
tire.
if you collect enough, you can make stuff with it, but if I don't want it, I just sell that shit.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not out here collecting boots.
I'm collecting boots and tires.
I hate that you can catch stone with a fishing rod.
Yeah, that's a little aggravating. Have you played the stock market yet?
No, I haven't, but I have turnips now.
You do have turnips?
Yeah, but the guy was trying to fuck me. The turnips were only $98 or some shit.
All right. Yeah, you might want to keep an eye on that because they change twice a day, every day. The price changes before noon, right next to the bed, my love.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you need to check every single day, twice a day, because like for instance, Tuesday night our turnips were at 200. We waited until Wednesday morning. They went down to 172, so we sold them yesterday. I bought them at 100, so I was like, psh, not happy.
Somebody once told me you can't fall in love with a stock.
So you're playing the stock market and the stock market at the same time. This is a dangerous game.
Yes. I've been so bored that instead of like buying a bunch of miscellaneous shit, I've been buying stocks.
Yeah, I've been trying to not buy anything. I still haven't got my payment check.
For what?
The stimulus. I still haven't gotten.
Jesus, yo, when that hits though, you're gonna be so hyped.
I mean, it's not hitting. It's coming in the mail because my direct deposit was with an old bank account.
I called that.
You did. You called that shit.
I knew it.
I need to check where that bitch is because your boy is hurting.
Yeah. I just had a Mother's Day gift get lost. I got these flowers for my mom or whatever. She doesn't want us to show. She doesn't know they're coming. But I messed up. I messed up a zip code, and they asked me for. This is the thing I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah. Okay. Let's hear it.
Two things. These authorizations that they send to your phone. And it's like, hey, like you have 3 minutes to enter it. And sometimes it doesn't come within 3 minutes. Then I have to keep constantly getting these authorization codes. And do you like the feature that it can copy and paste on its own to get an authorization?
Dude, Big Brother's watching. We're all dead. What's the point of making us do that if you're just going to like do it, make it that easy, you know?
They could just copy and paste it. And I felt very uncomfortable about that. I don't like that shit, that authorization code, that copy message shit. Fuck that shit.
Oh, do it. Dude, what was that? What is that?
Yeah, you want to be on that.
How is that a thing? What? Don't look. You're not allowed to see this. Of all things, you're not allowed to see this right here. Can't show her that. I'll lose her quick.
Bah!
Now you need to see. Do it again. She needs to see.
Oh.
This kid's got a tongue like a fucking Komodo dragon. Look at him. Oh, my God. His dick?
A lollipop.
Oh, you thought it was a lollipop? No. I mean, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary.
How long's your tongue?
Not very long.
Let me see.
Not that long.
Movies, TVs, video games.
Do you remember? Yeah, movies, TV, video games. Do you remember, and music too.
Yes.
Do you remember, like in like middle school and high school, there were like so many like hand tricks for girls to like find out the length of your dick. They were like, oh, you know, dude, you don't know about that? Oh,
was
God,
it
the window's open. Great time. It was like if you go like this, and from the pinky to the thumb, that's the size of the guy's wiener. And it's
Let me tell you something. I fucking wish. I have small hands,
dude,
and my dick would be gargantuan.
Dude, massive. Look at this.
I
and
wish
then there
they
was
told
like,
me that.
of course, the big one is feet. It's like, oh man, big feet, you know, and it's just like all different like tricks. I remember there was one. It was like if you go like this, it's like from the knuckles inward or something like that. It was all girls' ways of just trying to humiliate me, basically.
A little more accurate.
Really?
What fingers are we using? Middle fingers?
Pinkies.
Damn it. That's more accurate. Yo, my hands are small, right?
You got baby. I got big guys.
They're fucking fat though.
Yeah. You won't hit the back, but you'll blow out the sides.
For sure. I'm not going deep, but ball's getting out of there quick.
It's getting out of there.
Like the Gary Sheffield of sex.
You're like the Tom Brady. You're throwing 20 passes for 10 to 12 yards.
Just accurate darts.
Accurate darts. I like it.
That's it.
Danny,
Dink and dunk my way down the field.
Danny, as we move into some stuff that happened this last week, we previously reported there was a Parks and Rec reunion episode.
Yeah, and let me go on record and beat you to it. Fucking sucked.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
Why do people have to do all these things? It's like, oh man, like stop telling us what we want.
All right, listen. It was nice in theory. It was for charity. They were doing donations, but it felt weird. Like, it felt like it was a cash grab, and it's like they didn't really, like, it was like breaking the fourth wall when it didn't need to. Does that make sense?
And I just feel like, listen, like, charity's cool. Like, I think charity's dope. Don't get me wrong. But don't give me a shitty product for charity.
Yeah, like, this was the thing. This only made me, like, and listen, I've been watching through the show, and I've been appreciating it, and it's fun. This only made it more apparent, like, wow, that show is great. And arguably, a better collection of comedic talent than The Office had.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I believe that in terms of, like, people could stand on their own comedically. But
dude, the Office as a show is better, but if you go pound for pound, the cast of Parks and Rec is better than the cast of The Office.
yes, I agree. But I also look at
I like that. I like your little beep bop hair you got going on.
my hair is getting long, dude. I need a haircut bad. I enjoy. It's not that I don't enjoy Parks and Rec. I think I've been a little harsh saying like, "Yo, the show sucks," but like, it was immediately compared to The Office. Shot the same way, same producer, same everything. It's always going to be attached to that. It's always going to be attached. So I have to. I'm forced to compare. But like an Office reunion would have did way better than a Parks and Rec reunion.
But this is the thing. It's like, why do something like that if you don't have a legitimate way? Like the creator of I think it wasn't Vince Gilligan, it was somebody else, but he was talking about Better Call Saul this week, and people were saying like, oh, are Jesse and Walt going to show up? And he's like, if you can't find a place for these people to show back up, why even do it? And it's almost the same. Like, listen, I understand they're doing what they can for charity, and that is honestly admirable. But when it comes to like the Parks and Rec thing, it's like if you don't have a legitimate reason to bring it back with a good, well-written story or something, there's no part to do it. The people were reading stuff off their computer. It looked a little wonky. Some of the jokes just landed flat. Granted, there was some stuff I laughed. What was the one part I laughed at in particular in the Parks and Rec thing? I'm pretty sure it was. It was Chris Traeger. He was like, he's like, they tested me for positivity and I tested double positive or something like that. Or no, he's like, they took my blood type and my blood type is positive. And I thought was funny. It's
a great Chris Traeger moment when they walk into like the Whole Foods store and it has like a funny name. It's like something like being meatless. It's a funny fucking store. And he walks in and everybody knows his name.
Yeah.
Like, hey gang. They're like, oh, hey Chris.
Yeah. But like it didn't feel like the pieces were there. It just didn't mesh together well for me.
Do you think that possibly as a show, which series do you think is more rebootable? Like The Office or Parks and Rec? Like which one would have like a more successful reboot? Say everybody comes back.
Honestly, I would say Parks and Rec less. I would say Parks and Rec just because The Office, just like a lot of really good comedies, The Office is one of those that is so of its time. If you go back and watch it, a lot of the stuff with The Office in today's standards that we have for comedians and comedy doesn't necessarily hold up. There's some problematic stuff in there.
Elaborate on that.
Well, there's some problematic stuff in there, like some of the actions are like some of the things are borderline like sexually aggressive, you know what I mean? Like, and what I'm saying is there's only so much you can do in an office setting that you can continue to make good shows, like good episodes on. Okay. With Parks and Rec evolves as our community evolves, as society evolves, and as government evolves. So the amount of stuff that they can parody on their show is limitless. It really is. And listen, again, not getting into politics, the current administration, whether you like them or not, has given us the opportunity to create a lot of good comedy.
Okay.
And it just feels like Parks and Rec would make the most sense, but in this situation, it just felt too rushed. It felt hand-fisted. It didn't feel authentic, and it did itself a disservice.
You just said it felt fisted?
Ham-fisted. You never heard that term?
What the fuck does that mean?
You never heard the term ham-fisted?
Hell no.
I need to explain it well before I...
Hand-fisted?
ham.
Like
I
ham.
think it's ham.
I don't think ham. What the fuck
Ham-fisted, clumsy or bungling. Yeah, bungling. Yeah.
So
It felt like it was like kind of tripping over its own feet.
I love how back in the day, like before, like people use the. I'm gonna say it. Before people use like the word retarded.
Okay.
They had like ham-fisted, not all there. You know, like they had all these things for like the R word, and then the R word came. Was like, listen, let's just call them this, and now it's like back to those.
Yeah. Yeah.
The PC one. It's like, you know.
But
in the basement yard, he's got some stuff.
I will say, the Parks and Rec reunion. Going back to that for a sec, completely avoiding everything you said with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I know you.
It made me appreciate Purd Hapley and Joan Calamezzo a lot more.
The word with Purd.
Dude, and this is what we'll be talking about today on this show that has you currently watching. Like, it's just so stupid, but perfect.
Do you think, like, all right, so, like, what would those be called? Like, not one-off characters, but, like...
cameos. I mean, they're secondary characters, yeah.
Who had better secondary characters, The Office or Parks and Rec?
Well,
Jam is one of my favorite.
Jeremy Jam is incredible. Yeah. I mean, dude, if you consider him, I mean, I would consider those like tertiary characters. They might not be as much as secondary.
What fucking word was that?
Tertiary. That means like third round.
Oh, okay. They're turds.
With Purd. I would say that's so tough because The Office, like, their characters. My love, do you mind closing the window for me, please? The Office, their characters, it's just a giant ensemble where their secondary characters, like Jan.
Jan's great.
Jan's great. I know she's great, but does Jan hold up with a Jeremy Jam? For what I'm saying, does Jan hold up with a Mona Lisa Saperstein? With a Purd Hapley? With a Joan Calamezzo? Dude, Mo Collins as Joan Calamezzo, watching it back, audibly makes me crack up laughing.
And who's the guy that plays the actor's name? He plays like Eagleton Ron.
Oh, Sam Elliott.
He's amazing.
Incredible. And then Billy Eichner, when he comes in, he's great.
You're fine. Your hair's beautiful.
Yeah. She drove me here.
It's my birthday. It's got the eye going, too.
They drove me here.
I don't get it.
How did you do that with your eye?
I knew it. It's beautiful.
Yo, how do you do that with your eye? No way. You can make yourself go cockeyed?
I'm classically trained, bro. It's easier than my old job, and I was amazing at it. Don't worry about it, honey. You're fine. Awful.
I have a sickness. It's called caring, and it's uncurable. All right, but yeah, the reunion I wasn't a big fan of. There was really, it was Billy nice and it was heartwarming.
I love, but Billy it wasn't. On the street. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, incredible.
The Ken Cattrall can't film for 2 weeks in Morocco. You fucking turd.
It was a heartwarming episode, and the Bye Bye Little Sebastian at the end was very cute, but it wasn't.
Bye, little Sebastian.
It wasn't funny though. Any last words on that episode?
Sucked ass.
Okay, Danny, we got pretty much our first official confirm for the next series of video games for the next series of consoles, and that is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I need to say it. Yeah, I need to say it like that. I need to say it like, like Morgan Freeman garbling like marbles.
Marbles. I can't do it.
Yeah, yes. But like, that's how they all talk. Like for Valhalla. Yeah, Danny. Before we get into what you think about this game in particular, where do you stand on Assassin's Creed?
Well, I was one of those people that was like in such shock and awe when the first ever trailer came out. It was like, oh my God. Do you remember like the Mad World like Gears trailer? Like sold me.
How do you forget that? Yeah.
You know, it's like those things are like etched in fucking like video game history. It's like, oh my God, like this commercial looks fire.
Yeah.
Bad world, and just shooting everything.
Yeah.
So then Assassin's Creed had a fire trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I need to play this game. Like, realistically, there have been assassin games like Tenchu, Stealth Assassins, and like Ninja Gaiden, I guess, or whatever. But like, this one was like, all right, set in like crazy times, like this motherfucker Ezio dressed mad weird and shit. And I was like, yo, this is dope. Jumping in the fucking hay barrels and shit. Getting what do they call that? Like Hawkeye?
The Eagle Eye or something like that.
Eagle Eye, and you just go right into a thing which would not hold your weight. You would go right.
Kill you 110%.
I had a lot of fun with the first one. Second one, didn't really love, and then I stopped playing them after the second. I would dabble in them, like if they would be very cheap on like the PSN store. I got the one where you're a pirate, and it was kind of cool. I just think sometimes video games are overproduced, and I think this is one of those series that Ubisoft just sees like they have a core audience and they buy it a lot. So they have everything else that they're trying to do, but they're always like, what's up with Assassin's Creed? Like, what can we do for AC?
Okay, Assassin's Creed.
Right. So, like, this just feels like, okay, well, we need something that's going to come out at launch to, like, boost Assassin's Creed's numbers, because people are going to buy the game because there's nothing else to play.
Yeah.
You know, like if Knack came out now, no one would play that shit. Knack sold like crazy.
Yeah.
And so did Killzone. So, like, those games, like, sold really well because they were launch titles. I think it's a smart move by Ubisoft, but I'm not getting it.
My issue with the Assassin's Creed game is that it's always felt like more fluff than execution. Like, it's always been like the
They look beautiful.
Sorry.
No, sorry. No, the games look beautiful.
Yeah, but like it seems like it's more substance than execution for a lot of these. You know what I mean? And it's more like, look at what we can do, and it kind of leaves you almost longing for more. You know, the ones that I've played, I recall the one that I had the most fun with was Black Flag, the pirate one. I thought it was cool. I thought it was fun. But it seems like and we'll kind of transition now into Valhalla, but like, it seems like this is first of all, it seems like this is entirely as a result of God of War.
Yeah.
God of War took people, and listen, I cannot speak enough about that game. God of War is going to be what we look back on in 10 years and seeing how it reshaped the action-adventure industry of video games, like that genre.
I just love that video games are now at a point. Sorry, I had the worst wedgie. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I need to see it.
It's bad.
Okay.
I love that video games have become now like how movies were epics, like Saving Private Ryan's an epic, right? Like video games are epics now. So like God of War is an epic. Like you can't go wrong with that movie. That game is a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
it's literally shot and directed like a movie.
Like The Last of Us, epic. There was a new gameplay trailer, by the way.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah.
I don't know where to sit on that one because it's Last of Us is upsetting some people.
Well, it's not them. Some fucking dev got tight and leaked everything.
We'll have to see what happens. But
I didn't read that shit. But
I didn't read that shit either.
Hell no. But what you were saying though, I think Assassin's Creed, the creators are always just like, hey, what's cool? And everyone's like, pirates. They're like, all right, let's do it. And they're like, what's cool? Vikings. Okay, let's do it.
And also, the game is supposed to be about like assassins. It's not about like charging into battle with like, you know, for Valhalla. Like I guess, unless I'm like completely misremembering or misunderstanding the series, like it just doesn't seem like it's fitting with like what the series had gone for up until that point.
Okay, so like, what did you think of the Lord of the Rings games?
Which ones? Like the Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War?
Yeah,
I thought it was great.
See, like you could do like a spinoff, right? Like if they wanted to like switch something that wasn't exactly Assassin's Creed, like I don't mind them doing that, but that's the whole essence of the game, though. You know, it's like it doesn't have to be. What I'm trying to say is it doesn't have to be so coexisting with its lore, like Eagle Eye, jump off of this, do that. I feel like in Black Flag they kind of separated from that a little bit. I just don't. It's just going to be weird to see a Viking like running around and like
doing parkour.
Yeah, like that's just going to be weird to me. Like that's why I understand that they're like, hey, we'll make it like warish.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we'll have to wait and reserve our judgment for when the game does come out. But personally, I'm not a big fan of this move. I do think it's a little cheap, and instead
of cosplay.
Is it going to be cosplayed?
I mean, not cosplay.
Co-op? I honestly don't know. We'll have to wait and see. If it has come out, I haven't seen that yet. I was going to say cosplay. Yeah, it'll be cosplay. People still dress up like, fucking Petey Piranha jerking off Super Mario. Yeah, it'll be cosplay.
Oh, man, I'm an idiot. Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
It's okay. It's all right. Why don't we do one more story, and then why don't we do an ad?
Okay.
Danny, if you saw it, is
completely skipping the game, going to like E3 and Comic-Con, be like, yo, you think it'd be like good cosplay? Dress up like a fucking Viking.
Oh yeah. Everything and anything you can ever imagine from any form of media from the last 50 years has been cosplayed.
Hell yeah.
And there's been like a sexy version of it too. It's like, it's like the sexy version of the Penguin. You know what I mean?
What were you for Halloween last year?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I didn't really do Halloween last year.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think we dressed up with Miles. Right? I think it was a baseball player.
Cool.
Right? Yeah, it was cute. But like I used to go hard. I remember just being like, it was like, I think I was like crazy with work and I just couldn't, I didn't have the time for it. But like I've won like costume parties, like contests at bars and stuff.
What's your go-to couples?
Our go-to couple outfit? We did Lola and Bugs Bunny from Space Jam one year. That was awesome. And then what else have we done as like a couple? I think that's the only one we did as a couple, right? Yeah, I don't think.
Otherwise, we didn't go to any like Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween has been turned down for me. Like
I'm 30 years old.
Yeah, and like the last like 3 years, it's been on like a Monday, Tuesday, and a Thursday. So it's like, fuck. Well, what are we doing?
Skipped Wednesday. It's fine.
Well, it's a leap year this year.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, yo, if your birthday was on a leap year, would you pick the last day of the month or the first? I would pick the first because I'm probably getting paid.
I'd switch it up.
Can't do that.
Switch it up whenever I want. 1 year it's the 28th, 1 year it's the first. Who cares?
Okay.
But I'll tell you, every 4 years when it is my birthday, I'd be going ape.
Hell yeah.
Danny, before we get into an ad, one other story that came out. So it's been officially announced that Taika Waititi, director of Thor Ragnarok,
I can't help but think of Tiger White Titties. I'm sorry.
Tiger White Titties?
Tiger White Titties.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, you're not that far off.
If we were talking casually, it was like Tiger White Titties. Like you would think I was saying it. I could get it over your head once
or twice, maybe.
Tiger
After
White
that,
Titties.
I'd be like,
yeah.
What are you doing? But he's writing and directing a Star Wars movie. But here's the weirdest part for me is that he's co-writing it with the co-writer of 1917. Did you watch 1917 yet?
Yeah.
Does that where like they seem like those are two drastically different. Taika Waititi and 1917 are very drastically different ends of the spectrum in terms of movies.
Yeah, I think it's just setting up to be. It's not going to be like a Rogue One spinoff, is it?
I don't know what it's going to be honest with you. There's really been nothing about it. Announced at least.
Do you think Rogue One was the best of all those movies, including the last Skywalker trilogy?
I liked Rogue One a lot. I think I am one of those people that really likes Last Jedi.
Why can't they do a Darth Vader, like not a prequel? I don't want to see that story again. But can they do like maybe like a Darth Vader like spin-off, like one that's like
what do we need to see? What do we need to see about Vader that we don't already know? After
the moment of no Ooh, from there.
That was really good.
Thank you.
That was literally the best impression of Darth Vader I've heard in quite a while.
And Perkins.
And Perkins.
Chris Traeger.
What else do we need to see? What else do we need to see Darth Vader do? We know he was a badass. We know he doesn't die whatever movie you're going to watch.
Or
we know he probably kills whoever he's going after. Like, what are you going to see from him that you feel is necessary?
Or give me a Darth Maul
Okay.
spinoff.
However, a lot of people would be like, no, because that's apparently done to death in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, he turns into a spider.
Yeah. So, like, what – I got to be honest with you. From what we've seen of Star Wars, I don't think I need any more of it. Give me new stories.
I got it. Jar Jar Binks spinoff.
I'll kill myself. I will. Can you imagine another whole movie of Misa Breeze? I couldn't.
That was very good too. Didn't they say like Jar Jar Binks was like a mole?
There's a fan theory out there that he was a Sith Lord and like everything that happened was because of him or some shit like that.
It's like why is he able to jump like this and like kind of use the Force?
Dude, it is the dumbest, absolute dumbest theory I've heard, I think, ever.
Didn't George Lucas want these movies to be like super pervy?
Yeah, he's a weirdo. And basically, he also wanted like the sequel series to like take place like in like the microverse, and it's like you see like amoebas running around and weird. It's very weird if you ever read about it. I don't think there's ever been a better situation of someone being such a like disgusting slob and making such like great movies, and then just being like, oh, let's see Princess Leia in a Skippies. Let's do it. Yeah. Oh, that's what the story wants. That's what.
Sister. Let's make them kiss.
Yeah. Let's just do it like this. Yeah.
Do you think that George Lucas would ever direct another Star Wars movie if they asked him to do it?
No, and I wouldn't want him to.
Really?
No, and I wouldn't want him to.
Why?
You know what I want George Lucas to do? For all my Star Wars fans out there, I want him to release the original unedited versions of Star Wars that they had came out in 1977, 1980, and 1983, because those versions are pretty much lost. And listen, I understand they'll look dated, they'll probably look a little bad, but guess what? The beauty is in the filmmaking. They were hits back then. Why not, dude? I was watching Return of the Jedi on May the 4th, and basically Miles and I were watching, and they had that part where it's like, and I'm just like, this is fucking awful. And Becca's like, where did this? And I told her, I was like, there's like been like 11 re-releases of these damn movies. I want to see what they were like. If George Lucas is going to do anything, that multi-billion-dollar big boy, give me
a chinless fuck.
Chinless. Love to see what he's working with in his pants too.
Probably has the smallest fucking cock.
Or absolute opposite. Ham.
Yeah. But I feel like he's a creep. Like I feel like really creepy dudes have small dicks.
Fair enough. Yeah, you don't hear about like
George R.R. Martin probably has a really weird dick.
I mean, he might not even know what it looks like, to be honest with you.
I love his swag though.
Yeah, I kind of love that he just doesn't give a shit. You know?
They're like, hey, can you write this book faster so we can do the show? And he's like, nah.
Yeah. I mean,
Game of Thrones completely ruined their legacy with the last season.
Ooh, I mean, that's an argument for a Patreon episode. Speaking of, ladies and gentlemen, did you guys know that we have a Patreon? Now, listen, we have been well aware that there have been some technical difficulties going on with Patreon, but we really support you guys being there for us and continuing to support us. And moving forward, Danny and I are actually going to be giving you a lot more content. There is a thread on there right now, so go comment on there at patreon.com/the Stank Podcast. Let us know what you want to see. It will be tailored to you guys and entirely.
You choose the show.
That's it. So go check it out at patreon.com/the Stank Podcast in order to support the show. Danny, before we get into the ad, really quick, Taika Waititi directing a Star Wars movie. Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Tiger
I'm
Woods
gonna
gives
ignore that
thumbs up.
you're shaking those titties at me, dog. What are you doing? Yo, honestly, if you were a stripper, would you make money? Yes or no?
Hell yeah, dude. I could dance my fucking dick off.
Wow. All right, Danny, let's hear the ad read from our good friends this week.
Speaking of hearing, our buddies at Raycon, yes, okay, the producers of the best earbuds in the game, okay? You already know Raycon earbuds start at half the price of any other premium wireless earbuds on the market, and they sound just as amazing as other top audio brands, all right? Their newest model, okay, the everyday E25 earbuds are their best ones yet, with 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and a more compact design that gives you a nice noise isolating fit. Okay, all right? Whether you're working from home, working on your fitness, you want to listen to something, but somebody else is listening to something, you know what I mean? Say you got a roommate in the house, they're bumping the TV, you're trying to listen to something. You got to go to the Raycons. Everybody's living on top of each other these days. Sometimes you need your space. So maybe you want something that's going to give you some bass, okay? And that's what Raycon gives to their customers with the new everyday E25 earbud, okay? Raycon wireless earbuds are so comfortable. They're perfect for conference calls. We're just binging podcasts like the Stank, Base Me Yard, OPL, Santa Clara Studios, all that good stuff, all right? Unlike some of your other wireless options, Raycon earbuds are both stylish and discreet with no dangling wires or stems to distract anyone during video calls. You've heard me talk about this company before. It's co-founded by Ray J. If I have one
wish.
Okay, and other celebrities are talking about this wonderful E25 earbud, including Snoop Dogg, Cardi B, Brandy, J.R. Smith, 4-3, are obsessed with the Raycons, okay? So pick up a pair and see what the hype is all about, okay? So our buddies over at Raycon have given us a nice special deal for you, okay? Now's the time to get the latest and greatest from Raycon. Get 15% off your order at buyraycon.com. That is BUYRAYCON.com. Get 15% off your order at buyraycon.com using the promo code STANK, okay? Buyraycon.com/STANK. Get yourself 15% off those Raycon wireless earbuds. Buyraycon.com/STANK. Murdered that.
Crushed that, Danny. That felt good.
Thanks, man.
That felt really good.
I think I might start using the Raycons on the show. These things are – Joe, I don't know what this is. Joe got these headphones. We got to upgrade these headphones.
We need to upgrade a whole lot.
We need to upgrade. We need to upgrade. We need to upgrade. A quick thing about Joe before we get into anything else. Can anybody make you feel like shit better than that kid?
Indirectly?
Yes, it's
no.
indirect. Indirectly.
He never does it to be purposeful.
No, he does not do it to be a dick.
He's just like, he's so good at just like self-motivating himself that if, like, for instance, I think this might be kind of what you're referencing. I was texting him the other day and I was like, yeah, you know, man, I've been in a funk. Like, I can't shake it. I don't know what's going on. And he's like, dude, go out and do something. I've been running and reading a whole lot. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, you know, I probably could. Maybe I'll do that. Dude, I've been for running and I feel great. I feel great because of all the running I'm doing. And I'm just like, damn, all right, bro.
It's like, yo, dude. It's like,
and I did start running, I have to admit. But that's his thing. He's very good at motivating, too.
Let me say this.
Uh-oh.
As soon as this quarantine is done, all that shit's going away. Running might stay because the weather's nice. But once it gets cold, Daddy Joe is going to stay inside. But I'll give him the running one. This book thing, I don't know.
Yeah, books, I don't know. I mean, you know, he's been crushing books left and right. He's been reading like 3-4 books. I started reading. I started reading, too. That I did on my own accord, though. Had nothing to do with him. The running was influenced by him. I will say that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, listen, Joe is great. But also it's like, yo, man, like, what's up? And then, like, he'll LOL me. His LOLs are painful.
Oh, dude, at least he answers you most of the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, I'll be talking to him about like stuff and he'll be like, yeah, cool. And then I'll be like, so what have you been doing? Dude, I've been running so much. I've been reading this book. I've been doing this. I've been running and reading at the same time. You should download this app for running and reading and writing.
Kid's an inspiration. Wild brain.
Wild brain.
I would love to just be Joe for one day and just see what that fucking bear trap is like.
Oh my God, yeah.
Is he listening? Like right now, I feel like he can hear me. Like I'm afraid.
Yeah, he doesn't listen.
The more we should slander Joe as much as possible until he watches.
Until he watches the show.
We should say like slanderous things every week. Don't tell him, and then just see if he responds or finds it.
Yeah, and then we should
make a clip of it. We should just make up fake Joe stories throughout the show. People won't know if they're real or not. It's up to them. But we just make up fake Joe stories.
He would never like try to like fight us. You know what I mean? Because
no.
If he ever did like a basement yard versus Stank, first of all, you got your double dip in there, but like he knows like his strengths, and he would be demolished. There's a fly in here, and I'm about to scream. There's a third? Why isn't that fly? We have a Venus flytrap. Why is that bitch eating them? No, our window's not open.
Yeah, your windows are open. I think I see one behind you on the wall.
Really? No, that's like a hook in the wall.
Ah.
We have a Venus flytrap, and that thing is supposed to catch these bitches, and it hasn't eaten a single one.
Why do you guys have an American flag in the background? Did you put that there for the show? Who'd you vote for?
First of all, God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her. I'll tell you exactly what it's for. Miles has like his own little like desk set up over there, and when he does school, he starts his mornings by saying the Pledge of Allegiance. That's right.
I hope he sings it.
He doesn't really sing the Pledge of Allegiance because it's not possible, but he sings God Bless America. Yeah, it's the Pledge of Allegiance, yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Dude,
United States of America. That's how Michael McDonald would sing it.
I was going to say, are you singing this as Michael McDonald?
Oh, nation under God.
Crush that. Danny, one more thing before we get into our Ozark Season 3 review. We got our Joe Exotic.
Yeah, we did.
What did you say?
Nothing.
We got our Joe.
I don't like to talk about old episodes, but the cursing with Miles was one of the funniest things we've ever done.
Incredible. We need more clips of that. Josh.
Joe, your job, Josh. Josh.
We're about to be an independent podcast if we keep this up.
Yeah, it's true.
Hunker
down, boys.
What are you doing? We got our Joe Exotic. And
you know what also would be weird?
What?
If the dudes came out, brother,
oh, God.
and then me and you, dude, we went out on our own, brother. We got exiled from the gang, dude. But me and you had to rise to the top, brother. So me and you figure it out. We joined a tag team, brother. And me and you, dude, we'll call ourselves the Mega Powers, brother. And then look at this. We'll face off against Joe and Josh at WrestleMania, dude. And then we'll come from behind. I'll hit you. I'll start the match, brother. And then I'll hit you with the hot tag, dude. You'll come and you clear the ring, brother. You're throwing people over the top rope, dude. But then you get hit with a steel chair, brother.
All right. All honesty here. All honesty. Serious. Me and you, tag team versus Joe and Josh. Who wins?
Is it wrestling?
It's wrestling. It's everything.
Dude, no one's kicking out of my big splash.
So you think you single-handedly is beating both of them? I need to know what your confidence in me is.
Huge. High. You're the biggest out of all of us.
Damn right I am, bitch.
So, I would hit the fucking mega frog splash. Straight like Kevin Owens style. Just full on through the legs. Splash for the 1, 2, 3, brother.
1, 2, 3, dude. All right. I'm actually –
dude.
My phone is starting to die, so we need to
let's get into it. Let's go.
Well, Joe Exotic. We finally got our Joe Exotic for a scripted series, and it's Nick Cage. Now,
I'll never financially recover from this.
Do you think this is a good move?
100%, because he's going to become Joe Exotic.
He's a psychopath, and so is Joe Exotic, and it's like two negatives make a positive.
I want to know what you were thinking. He'll go and visit him.
He will. I think just to be part of the role, he's going to marry Joe Exotic.
All the bees.
He'll be like the fifth like husband of Joe Exotic.
That's right. I love Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I like this. I think it's good casting. There are people that said like Dax Shepard should have gotten it, but
Fuck that.
I gotta admit, I think Nicolas Cage will be fun. Becca hates Nicolas Cage.
He's going to kill it.
I think so. Why do you hate Nicolas Cage again?
I don't know. I always have. It's just I don't think he's a good actor.
She doesn't think he's a good actor.
He's an Academy Award-winning actor.
Except for in Moonstruck with Cher. Do you believe in love after love?
Real feels that it says, I really don't think you wash your butt, no.
That was good.
You've been living love after love.
All right, let's get into this because this is the meat and potatoes that people came for. Danny, it is the
Kid fucking
Ozark season 3. What?
Since kid fucking hates me.
It's the Ozark season 3 review.
Okay.
Well, I got some questions here for you, but before we get into,
we're going spoiler free, right?
we'll do spoiler free and then we'll talk spoilers at the end. We'll use a spoiler. I'll take my hat off for spoilers.
No, bring that fucking flag.
First of all, that's very disrespectful.
Rock flag and eagle.
Danny, what were your overall thoughts on season 2? Before we get to season 3, season 2.
I liked Ruth's growth through season 2. I'm going to go out on a limb. I think Ruth might be my favorite character on the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, it's hard to look past that head of hair, dude.
I know. What are you doing?
I
told you I could help you with your business, Daddy.
The only thing that she has fighting against her right now is something that I call the Deb syndrome, and I got it from Dexter, where anytime she's on screen, it's just so aggressively written, just the most profane thing you could think of, that it becomes almost like a caricature.
Get your ass out of here, Daddy.
She's like, listen to me, fucktard. If you want to sit there and put your little dick wagging up in around this here fucking parts, you're going to have to learn that your ass plundering, bitch ass, stupid, cock sucking mouth teeth are going to have to figure it out. Like,
can somebody tell 3 to feed the fucking cats?
Yeah, like, take it back. Like, why does she need to be? I mean, listen, this season we did get a bit more of a vulnerable side in season 3, but it's just like with her, sometimes it just needs to be turned down just a little bit in order for me to like her more.
I look at it like this. You don't watch Westworld, but
I actually just started watching Westworld last night.
Okay. So how many episodes did you watch?
2.
Okay. You know Maeve, right?
Maeve is Tandy Newton's character. Yeah.
So, like, her character is, like, the one-liner character. Should be, like, you know, like, if she threw somebody out of a window, she'd be like, should have taken the stairs. Like she'll, like, that's what you'll see as that goes on. She'll have, like, one-liners like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think some characters, the way they're written, is supposed to be, like, their shtick. You know what I mean? And I think her shtick, Ruth's shtick, is to be like a young girl who's street smart, but like also has like a sense of humor that is dark.
Look, I completely get that, but I think sometimes her dialogue is written like so aggressively to make her as like the bad girl with an attitude that it's like it comes off sometimes as a little cringy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to hear her call someone fucktard in one sentence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I think that's just a callback to like she's a kid though too. So it's like fair enough. Her insults are going to be childish, like
fair enough.
Heart, you know what I mean?
But this season we got the inclusion of finally like a love interest for her in Tom Pelphrey's Ben Davis. And
I knew at some point that was going to have to come into the show because they wanted to expand. Like Ruth couldn't just be like the lackey, like illegal sidekick.
Yeah.
To Jason Bateman the whole time.
And I gotta admit, I liked their chemistry. I thought that they worked really well together. If I can kind of jump the gun here, I wrote down question any standout actors from this season. Tom Pelphrey stole the show for me.
He was great.
He absolutely murdered. First of all, from the town over from Becca and I, say what's up, and we're gonna hang out with him. Yeah, Becca's sister like hung out with him. Becca no.
Oh.
But like,
let it all hang out.
This like he stole the show. He was able to portray this isn't really a spoiler, but like portray a lovable character that battles mental illness so well, and
Well,
you loved him.
I was vibing with my boy.
Dude, you loved him and hated him at the exact same time. And like I could not have imagined, like, this guy legitimately, he needs to be recognized by the Golden Globes or the Emmys next year, because it was so fucking good.
All right, this is how I sum up Ozark to people who asked me about it. He was fantastic. I like shows like this because you can add characters whenever. I like shows where you can add characters and like they'll make sense, because this is like real life. She just gets a love interest. Like, she's a girl, she's young. It's happens.
Yeah.
The best thing about Ozark is that it's not as good as Breaking Bad, but it starts basically where Breaking Bad like season 3 was. That's like where the show starts.
Yeah, in terms of speed.
In terms of speed, the speed of this show is one of my favorite parts of the show, because it has all these things, like you see, like whatever was doing this, the mom already knows about it. You know, Laura Linney's fantastic, by the way.
Oh my God, Laura Linney crushed it.
Crushes it. And like, you know, it's one of those shows where like, oh, all right, cool, I'm in for the ride already, because it's just like, it's high octane. I think that this season was a little bit slower though. It still kept that pace though.
I'll say this: the only part of the season that I really didn't like was the episode with where Jason Bateman's character gets brought to Mexico.
Oh yeah, by the cartel.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about that. I felt that it actually kind of slowed everything down. The way that the show is made is that even if it's not moving quickly, you're still on the edge of your seat, because you know how thin the ice that they're skating on is.
And he's always so. Spoiler alert, hands are up. This guy is always so close to dying that's why it's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah.
And like in some weird way though, it's not, this is where it differs from like Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad, a motherfucker will die.
Like that, bang.
Like that. Ozark won't do that.
Yeah. I
not with the main characters.
Yeah, I loved this season a whole lot. The only part that I would say didn't really work for me was the stuff with Wyatt and the old I'm forgetting her name off the top of my head. Not what's Wyatt's, what's the lady that Wyatt, like the old lady with the farm?
Oh, shit. With the poppy seed farm, they burn it at one point. What the fuck is her name? I forgot.
I'll tell you right now, but
she murks whoever.
Yeah. God, I have her. She's played by Jen. No, that's not her.
Why am I blanking on her name? All right, are we spoiling it? Take your hat off.
No. Hold on. But this isn't really a spoiler, but it's just like, I'm not super Lisa Emery, and she plays Darlene Snell. There we go.
The Snells, yes.
I didn't like. I understand where the season ended off, what her role was, and we'll get to spoiling it in a sec. But I wasn't crazy about the whole thing with her and Wyatt. It felt weird, and not just because of the age. It just didn't feel like there was any real connection between the two of them. It felt like it was just being ham-fisted.
Ham-fisted. I was waiting for like a big like, this is why this is happening. Very 90 Day Fiancé-ish.
Very 90 Day Fiancé-ish. Yeah, there was no. I didn't see like the connection there. It just felt like it was two people that at the same moment just kind of like they bashed guts and then they went with it. You know what I mean? I
think it was just to show like both of their characters are very vulnerable at this point.
Yeah, I will say.
She's a crazy bitch.
She is a crazy bitch. All right, I'm taking the hat off.
Yeah.
I'm taking my hat off, ladies and gentlemen. We will be spoiling Ozark Season 3. When I put it on, spoilers are done. And then we'll get into the VMs and our DMs and sign off, okay? So, hat off. When it comes back on, spoilers are done.
When she kills her husband with fucking mashed up apple seeds.
Well, that was
in season 2.
Yeah.
I was excited for her. Like, I want to see like how crazy this bitch can get.
This bitch went full on crazy.
Full on crazy.
The whole season, and it was written so well. The whole season, you see this back and forth between Frank Jr. and Ruth. And you say, like, yo, this motherfucker's got to get got. And at the same time, you cannot stand Darlene. So when Darlene finally takes that shotgun and fucking blows his kibbles and bits all the way over to their London yard, it's like, holy shit. Like, what a smart way to get the audience on board. You hate this fuck, so give the biggest fucking foil potentially for next season the opportunity to get back at him. Incredible writing. I loved it. It's going to be insane watching her go up against the cartel.
See, this is the only thing about it, is that her going up against the cartel doesn't make any sense. Because, like, listen, she blew his fucking head off right there in their house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, her going up against the cartel, though, like, does she really stand a chance, though?
Well, I mean, there's a little throwaway line when she's talking to Frank Sr., with the Kansas City mob, and she says, like, listen, I got hundreds of men ready to roll, and
you know what? I forgot about that.
That throwaway line, like, as, she's got guys, they've got guys, it seems like the cartel have more, but remember, the cartel are in a bit of disarray too, they're in a big war right now, which they're coming out of, and they're on the weaker side where a lot of their guys got popped. So
they're vulnerable, yeah.
Potentially you have a vulnerable cartel going up against, this woman who has got hundreds of guys ready, at her disposal, ready to fucking throw down.
What are your thoughts on Frank as a 3 seasons?
Frank, which one?
Senior.
It seems like they're just kind of the strong men, I guess. Like, they're just kind of like it didn't, like, we didn't see enough to really see the value in their operation. Like, I understand they were pushing and they were kind of giving the money back, which then was being laundered at the casino. But
the only reason I asked, they wanted that fucking boat casino open so bad. I wanted to see, like, if you compare him to, like, Uncle Jack at all.
No, I think Uncle Jack was always kind of like, Frank seems like he has, and this, listen, I've never been a part of organized crime, but from what I understand in all forms of media,
mm-hmm.
there seems to be a respected hierarchy and, like, a respected process of doing things.
Yeah.
Now with Uncle Jack, it was Uncle Jack from Breaking Bad, for those of you guys who don't know.
Yeah.
Uncle Jack from Breaking Bad did whatever the fuck he wanted when he wanted.
Motherfucker was crazy.
He was a racist fucking nut. Where
Asshole.
Frank seems like he'll take the proper steps in order to get something done.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I just wanted to see what you thought about Frank Sr.
So, Danny, the big part of season 3, the very last scene that we see, is after all this back and forth between Helen and, everyone else, finally, as they go down there, Helen just gets fucking popped. Absolutely just fucking thrown to bits, blasted in the face, right in front of Marty and Wendy. Where do you think, like, why do you think that happened? Like, do you think that they prove that they're more valuable than her?
I think so. And, she was recurring in season 2. She's she's an attorney or whatever. I think that Marty and Laura Linney's character, Wendy, I always forget her name. Marty and Wendy really realized, like, it's them against the world, and it has been like that since season 1.
Yeah.
So it has to do with Charlotte. Is that me or is that you?
That's my phone over in the corner.
Oh, okay. All right.
By the way, good chance my phone dies. So
that's fine.
I'll just call you back from my other phone.
That's fine. This is the thing about the show. They haven't really murked out anyone that you might have not thought about or is expendable yet. Like, even like Mr. Snell dying, like, we could have did without him because now Mrs. Snell's fucking crazy.
I mean, I'll tell you this. His character was so hard to understand, so then when he went, I was like, God bless.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn, I can't fucking understand a word he's saying.
Like, why can't one of the kids die?
Dude, I cannot. and I know this is like frequent in a lot of these shows with little kids.
Fucking hate Charlotte.
Dude, Charlotte and the other kid are such little pieces of shit, and they need to get a 9 milli right in between their eyes.
Like, you know, like, remember like the scene in season 2 where he's like, that guy who's going to drown the baby or whatever? And I was like, yo, this is one of the roughest scenes I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. But I think Charlotte can go. Like, I'm tired. The only thing I'm tired about this show is like the birds like getting away by the skin of their ass.
Yeah, they need to get caught. And I actually really like the inclusion of the FBI agent this season. I thought that was clever because it shows you that like there's certain things they can't escape. You know what I mean? Like, granted, they still got away a little bit, but even then, like, they're still on their case. You know what I mean?
And then I remember, like, last year, fucking Roy?
Roy.
The original FBI agent that was after.
Oh, yeah. The gay white guy.
Like, I don't get some of these characters. Like, he was good, but then he was, like, weird, and then he ends up getting murked. And, like, I want some of these characters to hold on to. Like, I don't want them to go down the Walking Dead path where, like, people just die all the time. Mm-hmm. But I think something significant has to happen to the main cast of Birds.
I mean, let's see.
Everything's like, oh, because we have to run away. Like, let's run away for a little bit. And then, like, Marty works it out at a dinner. And then the Mexican gets his head blown off. Like, and now going into season 3, take one of them out.
It's tough, though, because if one of the kids goes, like Wendy and Marty have made it abundantly clear that's what they're trying to protect. So, like, if they take the kids, what keeps them from staying alive? You know what I mean?
I'm not saying that, but, like, kidnap one of them, beat the shit out of them, have them all fucked up, like, rip their teeth out, like, do some shit that, like, they'll never recover from.
Well, and this will be our wrap-up before we do a review, like a Stank rating. With Darlene being the main foil moving forward, you got to almost imagine that she's kind of fucking crazy and she might do some shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just want to see somebody very close to Marty in his bloodline get fucked up. That's the only thing I want to see in season 4.
Fair enough.
Because all right, you can keep writing this shit.
Hats going on. So if you didn't see season 3 of Ozark, go watch it now and then come back and watch the spoiler stuff that we did where the hat was off. Danny, as we transition into our VMs and our DMs, why don't we give season 3 of Ozark a Stank rating?
I'm going to give it a 3.9. Fat men and women scissoring on a Miami beach, and the humidity's 200%.
Okay, out of 5, right?
Out of 5.
All right, yeah, I'll join you there. I'll go 3.9.
Very entertaining.
80-minute bike rides, wearing jeans, commando, and then instantly sitting in a pot of day-old beef stew. What do you think about that?
That's good rating.
But, guys, have you watched Ozark Season 3? Let us know your thoughts, whether in any form of media, really. You know, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be on, email, whether it be, carrier pigeon. We accept those, too.
Yeah, we accept those, too. My phone just died with the VMs and the DMs, so.
Oh, my phone is over there.
Can you grab it?
Yeah.
Becca!
Please. Oh, my God. The sweetest angel. Sweetest angel. You got to see this view I got. Her ass is shaking now. Yeah, I'm talking about your butt on air. What are you going to do about it?
Thousands and thousands are going to hear about your butt.
Yeah, everyone's going to hear about your ass. All right. Did you save them to the Stank?
Yeah, I liked them.
I don't know how to see like things.
I made them primary, I think.
Okay, there's one from M. Often. Is that the one?
No. Go to general.
Yeah, general?
Yeah.
There's nothing in general.
Fuck.
There's one in primary. All right, I'm just going to play this M. Often one. Here we go. This is for my friend M. Often on Instagram.
Let's see. You might have
Hey, Danny. Hey, Frankie. It's Emily. My question for you guys is, if you could play the lead female role in any rom-com, which rom-com would you choose? Okay, thanks. Love you. Bye.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a really good question.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you, Emily.
In a rom-com,
I want something where I'm getting like pampered, bitch. I want to be like a little like pampery bitch.
Is Bridesmaids a rom-com?
I would say it's more calm than rom.
It's more calm than rom, but I'm gonna go with Kristen Wiig and that character.
Really?
Yeah,
Dude, I want to be a little petty bitch and like Pretty Woman. I want to walk into places like 3 days ago, you refused service to me because I walked in.
I'll be Kristen Wiig in that, or I would be Meg Ryan in Sleepless in Seattle.
Dude.
Just so I can come.
Don't you mean When Harry Met Sally?
Yeah, I'm an idiot. Sleepless in Seattle is a good movie, though.
Never seen it.
Really?
Yeah, I've never seen Sleepless in Seattle.
What about You've Got Mail?
No, isn't that the one? Oh, no, that's Philadelphia, is the home with AIDS.
Yeah, You've Got Mail is good. And
Becca's like she says that's a good movie.
what?
But yeah, I'm gonna go Pretty Woman. I'm gonna go with Julia Roberts. I can get pampered by Richard Gere, and I can shove gerbils up his butt for once. You know?
Yeah, guy loves gerbils up his ass.
All right, last VM in our DM is from Markic, Markic on Instagram.
Hello, Stanky boys. I hope everyone is safe and well in these moments. My question for you guys is, if you could choose to be any character that Daniel Day-Lewis played or Leonardo DiCaprio, who would you choose and why? And love you guys and take care.
First of all, I love you so much. I feel like we've been predispositioned to think anyone with that accent is evil. But Mark, you're not evil. You're a good person. So Daniel Day-Lewis, that's tough. I'll pick a Leo one off the bat, and I'm doing Jordan Belfort.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going full D-bag.
Ah.
You know, just going for it. Dude, fun fact about me. This isn't fun nor fact. I mean, it is a fact because it's true. But
yeah.
when I was leaving college, I like did that whole I'm not fucking leaving thing, and then I went back for grad school. So I was real. It was real.
I'm fucking leaving.
So it's so great. But I got to be Jordan Belfort. But if I'm going serious, I don't know.
Oh, I know mine. I would be Daniel Plainview.
You'd be Daniel Plainview?
Excuse me. Sir. My son would like some milk.
Your milkshake?
I come all the way over and drink it up. I drink your milkshake.
Damn, that's a goodie. Denny, thank you so much.
That guy was a sick freak in that fucking thing.
He was a freak. He's a sick, disgusting freak.
I'm building a pipeline. Not from one side of America all the way to the other. And no one's going to stop me.
Danny, I love you so much. Guys, thank you for supporting the show and watching again.
Or the butcher, Daniel Day-Lewis, is cool too.
Enough, Danny.
Why don't you burn him, see if his ashes turn green?
I'm just waiting on you to finish.
But there's another one too. Like, you know, I would like to be Jack too. I'll die on a boat. I'll die on a door. Fire. Fuck in a car.
Fucking. Oh, God, thank you for hanging with us.
You ever come on a boat inside of a car? Two forms of transportation. That's like coming in a different dimension, dog.
Dude, at the same time, out of this world. Absolutely out of this world. The Stank Podcast on Instagram and on Twitter. Thank you guys for hanging with us. You can follow me at FAlvarez8085 on Twitter and on Twitch. Come play video games with me. The Frank Alvarez on Instagram and Cameo. Thank you guys for getting those cameos up. I appreciate it. Keep supporting the show. Patreon.com/The Stank Podcast. Danny, sign off before my phone dies.
At Daniel Priori on Instagram and Twitter. Go make out with your significant other. Also, check out the other shows. OPL, okay, Other People's Lives. Go check out The Basement Yard. Go check out Joe's channel. Go check on your family and friends. And we are out of here.
Drop the mic. Drop the mic. That's what you're doing? Oh, there you go. Later, babies.